Okay guys, long time no see. I missed Sunday Funday because I was just busy doing personal stuff. But anyway, hopefully if you guys want that, just pop me a message down below and I'll bring it back for next weekend. But basically what happened is I popped onto the Splinterlands Guides account, so I just played it a little bit to make sure that it gets 7 chests. And while I was playing this deck, I had the Water Quest, and all I did is I just spammed the most obnoxious combo, and I literally just spammed it 5 times in a row, and I got 5 wins in water. This guy tried to copy it as well, but I had the Captain's Ghost and also Tortoise Chief, so it just made it easier, but I literally just blew my way with water through my mission. So let's see what I get firstly. It will be pretty fucking sick if I get a gold legendary. Doubt it, because I'm in bronze, but let's see what I get. No, 5 credits. Okay. I think that's also something I need to do. I really do need to cover a deck to help you guys get out of bronze and how to get into silver with the correct amount of power. Actually, I should just play this a little bit more to get into silver 3 and then buy 1 or 2 legendaries. Anyway, that's a video for another day. But basically, so basically I just thought, okay, in this video I'm going to give you roughly 1 card to get out of bronze with. So this is just going to be a new card or rental guide, whatever you want to call it, just 1 card that you should use to climb out of a deck. So the first one, just to be obnoxious with water, is we can go to all cards. Let's do it on the market, I think that's just easier. But it's very, very simple. What you do is you get yourself the Wavesmith. You can get additional cards with the Wavesmith, but the Wavesmith is just by far the best. You put in roughly a quick tank, so instead of putting this thing that's got 7 hit points, what you do is I always put the 4 mana cost one. Where is he? Yeah, this has got 8, but it also costs 3 less mana, and you don't care about its damage, you just want a big beefy like tank in the front. It will then also get +2 because of the Wavesmith. And then you just flood up a whole bunch of +1 magic, because you'll obviously use the Elric. And then what you do is you'll just put in a whole bunch of magic. So if you want to buy a Sea Genie, buy a Sea Genie. I highly recommend Captain's Ghost because of that HP and magic. And yeah, you can basically just climb through bronze with that 1 card. Super easy. So that's the card I would go with for water. If you want to counter this strategy, so if you see that your opponent's been playing a lot of water, or water's available and you know that a lot of people in bronze do this strategy, where they just do really low HP but just high damage with magic, so they ignore armor, plus then they get the extra armor, all you have to do is you should buy yourself a Tohilo the Frozen. So either buy it or rent it. It's $25. It's very expensive, but there's a reason it's this expensive, and that's purely that it's got Void. So you get Void, and then you also would get a Bortus. So you don't have to buy the Bortus, you can just use it and play with it. So you select this, you go negative magic, plus then you have your Void. And what happens is most of the cards that have 1 magic damage, obviously they were meant to be getting +1. Bortus takes that +1 away, so it's 1 magic damage, and then Void makes that 0 magic damage. And you'll basically just crush the Wavesmith strategy. If you don't have the money to buy or rent a Tohilio, if it's water, I either suggest you play the strategy yourself, or what you do is you go into Earth and then you use the free Unicorn Mustang, because that also has... So you'd go into Earth and then you'd pick Unicorn Mustang, because that's got Void as well. Unfortunately, it will still take the damage because you can't get -1, so it will still slowly take damage. So I would then recommend, in combination with that, you would rent a Wood Nymph to give yourself tank heal, and then that should already be good enough. And then in addition to that, you can also even get the Failed Summoner to give you Magic Reflect in a position 2. So that's how you counter the water card, but it's also a really good card to pick up. For fire, if I had to pick 1 card to climb, I would just say rent a Jotun and blast your way easily into silver. If he's too expensive and it costs too much, what card would I suggest for fire? I mean, honestly, I'd just say Jotun, to be honest. Like, get the Jotun. If you can't get the Jotun, maybe Pyromancers. Like, same thing, just blasting your way there. Maybe Pyromancer finish Rage. But, no. I said one card per thing. So, Fire, Jotun. Water, Wavesmith. Earth, one card, you know who it's gonna be. It's 56 bucks. You get your Thorns. And you absolutely smash your way through the game. So this will lose typically to the Wavesmith strategy, but just don't be tempted to use any other frontline tank. Always just play your Unicorn Mustang. Don't play your Nectar Queen. Don't play other tanks. You always want to play the Unicorn Mustang just because the Mustang will give you the Void, and then the Thorns will basically just guarantee you safety. And then archers in bronze do no damage, so don't worry about that. So now we move on to life. So life will be a little bit more tricky because there's not one card that rules them all in life. It's not as obvious as Jotun. I like Sacred Unicorn because of the heal. It reminds me a lot of a, what's it called? Haunted Spirit, but it's still not a one-shot guaranteed win. My recommendation for life is these two cards, actually. I think they synergize really well with each other. They cost 13 mana, plus 3 mana for your summoner, plus 4 to 8 mana for your frontline tank. But these two, or just one of them in position 2 tanks, gives you high magic damage and high HP. And that's basically what you want in order to carry yourself through bronze. You can also do a very obnoxious strategy where you put your taunt. So you put in the shield bearer with taunt, you give it plus 1 HP, you play a divine healer, you play an armor smith that they won't move. If they've got extra mana, you can even put in the crystal smith, which is another tank heal. But in general, I would say one of these two epic cards, if not both, and you just put this as your position 2, and it's super strong because magic carries you through bronze. Super easy. And with that mentality, there's two cards that come to mind for my death when I look at death and what I would want. So there's a few really good cards. In general, if you're not renting and you're only using the Ghost starter cards, death is my favorite, purely because it gives you a heal monster straight away, plus you've got something like a Twisted Jester, like these two cards by themselves plus the summoner are so strong. This card itself is probably the best 5 mana cost card I can think of. So there's so many good cards in death, so to pick one card to carry you through bronze is a little bit tricky, because it's not as obvious as you think. It wouldn't be something like your Corrupted Pegasus, because there's no tank team heal or buffers or anything like that. I honestly believe that the one card I would pick is a Cthulhu, because it's got great magic damage, great HP, and it's got cripple, and it's got flying, so you can basically pick it for earthquake maps. It's literally the best position 2 card you can get. Yeah, there's nothing bad I can say about it. It's just got high mana cost. But in some of those games where even if it's 15 mana, you can just put in a whole bunch of sacrificial pawns, and then you just have this thing blast your way to victory. Like, magic really carries you through bronze. So I would say Cthulhu. And if you don't want Cthulhu, I would then say a Rotwell, because you want that magic reflect. As we said, one of the most common things is the Wavesmith. And then I've also recommended it for life, and I've now recommended it for death. It's just magic damage. So you go anti-magic damage, and then you've got your heal plus magic reflect. And then you can even get like a Shadowy Presence, which then be another 4 HP with magic reflect. So it's always a good combo. So those are the two cards I'd recommend to carry you through death. For Dragon, if there's one card to carry you, it's a little bit trickier, because it's an AA. No, you're not going to rent a $29,000 card, that's crazy. But one card for Dragon, I mean, I'm super biased. I love Brighton Bloom. Like, she'll carry you through all your Earthquake games, but it won't carry you through anything else. But she would give you a 90% win rate in Earthquake. This is not bad, actually. It's really underrated, or I think this is such a good card. I might even say it. But if there's one card to carry you through Dragon, I would say, like, it's not even a Kitty. That's the sad thing. Like, Kitty's great, but there's better cards than a Kitty. Kron could also, I could have said Kron for Earth as well, now that I think about it, but one card for Dragon. So if you want to pick Summoner and it's only for, yeah, if you're picking Summoner and it's only for Earthquake, Brighton Bloom will carry you there. If not, it's either going to be this as a tank, because it's so strong with Thorns, because it gives you what Myla Crawling gives you, and it's just a super strong HP tanky Thorn, or it's got to be something with magic damage. So I like this because it's got Blast, but it's only 1 magic damage. The other option is something Dragon Jumper or Golden Dragon. So I would say one of these two. I would say either Dragon Jumper is super strong or Golden Dragon, because they both do the same obnoxious thing. This one's basically just that magic damage that we love with good HP, and then just opportunity with high speed. This thing just takes out one important unit every round it attacks. It's really strong and super obnoxious. So these are the two that I'd pick, and then if it's situational, Brighton Bloom. Okay, this is an important one. So the one card that would make you win the most and carry you through bronze is Fierce Chicken. So hands down, the best card in the game. You always use this. It just takes away one shot of them. If you combine this with your Thorns, or if you combine this with your Magic Reflect, or even if you play in your Water and you've got your Wavesmith, it gets that 1 extra armor, so it could take 2 hits. Thorns, it could just deal 2 damage. Magic Reflect, it could deal Magic Reflect. So that, like, a chicken is the best neutral card in the game, because it just takes away 1 free shot when you play. Yes, you can win the game without a chicken, but it's the most played minion for a reason, because it's just a filler card that just takes away a stealth hit or a tank hit or an opportunity hit. So it's very good. The second most important card for getting yourself out of bronze, I would say, would be a Prismatic Energy, because it's got that HP, it's got the Magic Reflect, and as we said, magic carries your ass through bronze. I also like a War Chang, but definitely the most important thing would be your chicken, then your Prismatic Energy, and then maybe the War Chang, but typically you don't have the mana to do the War Chang as well. So I'd say these are the two most important cards you would need to carry your ass out of bronze. So that's my list of cards. Let me know in the comments what your list of cards would be. And yeah, let me know what you guys want to see next. Cheers.
So please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you want me to do next. And if you're a new player, please use the promo code and I'll happily send you the $0.5 back to you. It just lets me know that people are watching and using the promo, and I'm helping new players join the community. Also, if you find me on the Discord, just pop me a message. I'll happily delegate any of the new players some power.